On the news tonight, President Tinubu, Ayedatiwa, religious leaders felicitate Muslim faithful on Eid al-Kabir celebration. Road users bemoan deplorable Owo-Ipele highway. Federal government and banks plan special ID card for Nigeria's senior citizens. And from the foreign scene, outrage in France after police shot dead 17-year-old in Paris. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7. I am Obi Chukwemeka Uti. Happy Eid al-Kabir celebration to our viewer. President Bola Tinubu has enjoined Muslims nationwide to imbibe tolerance and patience as Prophet Ibrahim did, urging them to remember the less fortunate as they celebrate another Eid. Tinubu, in his Eid al-Kabir message, charged Nigerians to multiply their good deeds as they immerse themselves in the celebration, saying the essence of the occasion should not be lost in the merriment. The president noted that Eid al-Kabir is an opportunity for Muslims to show mercy and compassion to fellow humans, even as the festival represents sincere sacrifice and total obedience to Allah, as depicted by the exceptional action of Prophet Ibrahim. He therefore urged Muslim faithful and entire Nigerians to imbibe the sterling values of complete devotion, tolerance, perseverance, and selflessness as they represent building blocks for a more peaceful, progressive, and prosperous society. Meanwhile, acting governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has conveyed greetings from Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu to Muslim brothers and sisters on the special occasion of the Eid al-Kabir celebration. The acting governor also seized the event of the Muslim festivity to pray for the success of the administration of Akeredolu and a sound health for the governor to continue the good work he has been doing in the state. In a statement to facilitate Muslim faithful, Ayedatiwa said the Ondo State government is doing everything possible to protect the lives and property of the citizens. Hence, there is the need for all to cooperate with the administration by obeying the laws of the land and maintaining peace. Ayedatiwa called on parents across the state not to allow their wards to be involved in criminal activities. He enjoined the faithful to use the Salah celebrations to reflect on their past spiritual activities in the last 12 months and make the necessary sacrifice for peace and unity in Ondo State and Nigeria. As Muslims all over the world celebrate Eid al-Kabir celebration, faithful have been charged to rededicate themselves to the service of Allah and humanity, which is the reason for their existence. Speaker Ondo State House of Assembly Olamide Oladije, in his message to Muslims across the state on behalf of the legislators, enjoined them to show love to one another at all times, while admonishing the faithful to always adhere strictly to the teachings and lessons of Islam. He stressed the need for peaceful coexistence and promotion of unity during and after the festival. The lawmakers seized the occasion to extend greetings to Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, his deputy Lucky Ayedatiwa, State Executive Council, and people of the state on the festival, wishing all Muslims a joyful celebration. They lauded the governor for the various laudable achievements recorded by his administration in the past 6 years. Similarly, the chairman Ondo State League of Imams and Alfaz, Alhaji Ahmed Aladeshawe, has admonished Muslim faithful to reflect more on the essence of the festival amidst the merriment. Aladeshawe, who is also the chief imam of Owo, in his Salah message said the hallmark of the festival, which is total submission to the will of Allah, must be upheld by Muslims in all circumstances. He equally urged the faithful to intensify prayers for the prompt and total recovery of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. The cleric also prayed Allah to guide President Bola Tinubu and his administration in piloting the affairs of the country so Nigeria can regain its enviable status in the Committee of Nations. In the same vein, as Nigerians join other Muslim faithful across the globe to celebrate this year's Eid al-Kabir, clerics have called for total support for the present administration in the country for a better Nigeria. Chief Imam of Akure, Alhaji Abdul Hakim Yayi Akorede, gave the charge during his message at the Eid al-Kabir celebration in Akure, the Ondo State capital. Omoriola Ubenji has details.
Eid al-Kabir celebration, also known as Eid al-Adha, became a symbolic event in the history of mankind, given the limitless rewards that follow the patience and perseverance of Prophet Ibrahim, who remains in faith despite being afflicted. The slaughtering of ram during this celebration symbolizes faith, devotion, and submission to the will of Allah, commemorating the willingness of Ibrahim to sacrifice his son as an act of obedience to Allah's command. In his message, Chief Imam of Akure, Alhaji Abdul Hakim Yayi Akorede thanked God for the successful 2023 general elections in Nigeria, saying it behoves citizens of the country to support this government on its intention to correct all the wrongs of the previous administration. According to him, the intervention of this administration since the inauguration of President Bola Tinubu is being felt, and it is giving signal of a better future, calling on citizens to show respect and kindness to the leadership as commanded by Allah. He encouraged the authority to focus security, economy, and others posing as challenges to the poor masses on a daily basis.
We need security in Nigeria. We need our life to be secured. So we want the leader, the present leader, our president of Nigeria, to please do something very necessary about that one. And then our economy is not good at all. It's not in good condition at all. So we want to appeal to him to please do something reasonable about it. And thirdly, the kidnappers, the terrorists, and some other ones like that, they should try to curb them.
He also led prayers for Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu's health in order to complete his good projects. Deji of Akure, Oba Alade Toyinbo Aladelusi also identified with the faithful calling for unity in the state.
Despite the fight of all odds, we're able to gather here to give thanks to God. We do this every year to give Allah the glory. So we are here again. Whether you're a Muslim or Christian, have the fear of God.
Other clerics and faithful speak more on the importance of Eid al-Kabir.
The importance is that when you are making covenants or promise to somebody, anybody, even your child, make sure you try to fulfill it, and you shouldn't lose hope that what you don't have today, you can have it tomorrow more than others.
Allah doesn't need your meat, neither the blood. What is necessary, what Allah needs from you, is the taqwa, the fear of God. So if you have the fear of God and Allah has not provided for you this Eid, then you should look forward to Allah's mercy and blessing in the next Eid.
So I thank Almighty Allah to spare our life till next year.
The significance of Eid al-Kabir is to fulfill what you promise Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do.
When you are facing any challenges, all you need to know, all you need to do is to have patience for Allah and continue to pray. When you continue to pray, then surely success will surely come.
Faithful returned home after the prayers to slaughter their rams in line with Islamic faith. Omoriola Ubenji, Osrc News.
In another development, Muslims in Akoko area of Ondo State today trooped out in large numbers to Eid grounds to observe 2 rakats and listen to the sermons of various imams before slaughtering the symbolic rams. Community correspondent Ibrahim Kilani, who visited various praying grounds in Ikare, Arigidi and Afiakoko, reports that faithful were seen dressed in their best attires to appreciate Allah for making it possible to witness another Eid al-Kabir celebration. The Chief Imam of Akoko and Saudin Society of Nigeria, Sheikh Yahya Yusuf, urged Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, religion, and political differences, to henceforth make moderation their watchwords in whatever they do. The Muslim cleric noted that faithful must imbibe the lessons of Eid al-Kabir, among which is humility, obedience, faithfulness, and promise fulfillment. He appealed to Nigerians to be patient with the new administration of Bola Tinubu, who promised to transform the country from poverty to prosperity. And the Olowa and paramount ruler of Igbaroke Kingdom, Oba Adefarakomi Agbede, has urged Muslims to imbibe the virtues of the Holy Prophet, who lived a perfect life of peace, mutual respect, and tolerance as they celebrate the Eid al-Kabir. He said this season is another opportunity for all to reflect on the virtue of faith and complete obedience to the command of Allah, as exhibited by Prophet Ibrahim, who was willing to sacrifice his only son. Oba Agbede reiterated the need for unity, love, and peaceful coexistence among every citizen, and for all to work together for the continued peace and progress of Nigeria. The monarch called on Nigerians, irrespective of their faith, to use this period to intensify in prayers for the unity and stability of our country, even as we are in a new era of renewed hope. He also enjoined the good people of Ondo State to continue in prayer for Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for his quick recovery. Away from the Eid celebration, an Islamic cleric, Raji Abdul Ganiyu, has criticized the recent killing of a man in Sokoto on allegations of blaspheming against Prophet Muhammad, saying the act was due to misunderstanding of the precepts of Islam. Abdul Ghani, who condemned the killing, said the perpetrators misunderstand Islam by engaging in what is not known to Islam. According to the cleric, there is no verse in the Quran that instructs one to kill, and it does not posit intolerance for blasphemy. Lamenting the killing, he cited the murder of Deborah Samuel, a female student who was similarly killed in Sokoto for alleged blasphemy. The secretary of the Nasrullahi Fatih Society of Nigeria, NASFAT Mission Board, noted that the practice of Islam should not be forcefully imposed on people, but accepted willingly. You are watching the news at 7, coming to you live from Osrc Television. We'll go on a break. We'll be right back. Join us again.
Win an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland in the Indomie Golden Magnet promo. To participate, just buy the Indomie 70-gram pack and look for the magnet inside. Log into www.indomie.ng/Golden Magnet promo to fill in your details and enter your unique magnet code. All the Golden Magnet winners will get to experience the wonders of Disneyland. Silver Magnet winners stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Every pack of Indomie you buy comes with your favorite indomitable magnet. Terms and conditions apply. Indomie, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Sound health is considered to be the greatest wealth and assets. That is why Ondo State government has made access to quality healthcare for all residents through an efficient and affordable health insurance scheme a priority. The entire staff and management of the Ondo State Contributory Health Commission on this occasion of our 4th anniversary of operation wishes to thank all enrollees and stakeholders for their support all through the years. We hereby pledge not to rest on our oars until every resident of the Sunshine State is covered under the health insurance scheme. Ondo State Contributory Health Scheme. NairaWise Health Smarts.
Èmi ló kàn. Agogo ti gbélé àpòmọ̀dé. Èmi mà ní rẹ́kọ̀. Àjò nílé nínú ọdún táwa yìí. Èmi ló kàn. Tí mara lè mọ́lẹ̀ nínú ọdún táwa yìí. Èmi ló kàn. Tí màá ṣe lé ńlá nínú ọdún táwa yìí. Èmi ló kàn. Nínú olórí rẹ̀ tó máa gbàgbọ́ ọdún. Èmi ló kàn. Tó máa di láńlọ́ọ̀dù tá a nílé lórí. Èmi ló kàn. Tó máa jàǹfààní 30% discount. Èmi ló kàn. Tó máa gbẹ̀bù ọdún rẹ̀.
Yes, it's your turn to become a landlord this Ilias season. Take advantage of the Adron Homes Super Salah promo and enjoy 30% discount on all estates. Get 2 big ramps and other exciting gift items when you subscribe.
Have you heard? Momo is turning 12 people who refer the highest number of friends into millionaires in the Momo Refer and Win promo. There is also over 200 million naira up for grabs. How do you win? Dial *671# to open a Momo account if you don't have one. Then select option 6 to refer everyone you know. Yes, I said everyone, because everyone deserves to be a millionaire. Make sure the person you refer opens a Momo account and buys airtime or data of at least 100 naira. The more people you refer, the more cash prizes you win every week, and you increase your chance of becoming a millionaire in the Momo Refer and Win promo. Promo runs from 15th June to 9th August 2023. Momo, better than cash.
Hey, Iskili, báwo la ti fẹ́ sanwó ni? Farabalẹ̀. 1,000. We go wash plate tire o. Farabalẹ̀ now.
Madam, èló lówó wa?
Brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Ó yá.
Bring your phone.
Ha! 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you dey turn to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Now what go tell?
You're welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. Now to the rest of the news. Motorists and other road users plying Owo Ifon Road have appealed to Federal Road Maintenance Agency FEMA to urgently repair the road that has made life unbearable for its users. The road has in the last 2 years become the only road for heavy-duty trucks heading to the northern part of the country after the reaction of barricades on Owo Akungba and Okakoko roads. Our correspondent Kunle Aruyo reports.
The concentration of heavy-duty trucks on Owo Ipele and Ifon Road has reduced it to a solid state, with hundreds of users spending several hours on gridlock. Many commuters, especially traders, have been trapped for about a week now along Ipele-Idoani-Ishua Road, as the route has become totally impassable for motorists. It is the same horrible situation at Molege and Lebeka Ifon axis of Osrc local government area, where commuters have to spend 8 to 10 hours from Ipele Junction to Ifon for a journey of less than 1 hour, as many resorted to crossing from Orita Ipele to Ifon with motorcycles, otherwise known as Okada, charging exorbitant prices. The deplorable condition of these roads became more escalated after the recent 3-day heavy downpour that made heavy-duty trucks to fall at several field portions, therefore making the roads impassable, especially Ipele-Ifon Road. To this end, many stranded commuters have to park or abandon their vehicles spanning over 25 kilometers on both sides of the roads, therefore exposing them to serious danger. Many of the travelers, mostly traders, trapped in a gridlock for days, claim they have been robbed by bandits, while others abandoned their car on the road. Some of those who spoke to journalists challenged FEMA on the need for urgent rehabilitation to avoid heavy casualties, as motorists have resorted to driving through bush port to access towns like Ifon, Ijagba, Imoru, and Okeluse. The people also said the situation has worsened the fear of traveling in the area as the spate of kidnapping and robbery has increased. Kunle Ariyo, Osrc News.
Chairman Osrc local government area of Ondo State, Dennis Adekule, has called for calm over the alleged killing of a naval officer attached to the Nigerian Navy Secondary School, Imeri. While condemning the murder of the young officer, the chairman assured the school authority of the cooperation of the council and the community in dousing the tension. Mr. Adekule thanked the school authority for its peaceful coexistence with its host communities, praying for sustenance of the cordial relationship. The Ondo State Police Command have confirmed the arrest of 3 suspects in connection with the murder of the officer. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says the glitch experienced in the upload of the February 25 presidential election in the country should not be used to write off the entire polls held nationwide. INEC National Commissioner Festus Okoye stated this in a response to the final report on the 2023 general election submitted by the European Union Election Observation Mission. He urged Nigerians not to judge the electoral umpire as a result of a challenge the Commission experienced in the upload of a presidential election. The chairman of INEC's Information and Voter Education Committee, Okoye, explained that Nigerians commended the electoral body for the deployment of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS in the general elections. He said the electronic device was distributed across the over 176,000 polling units in the country by INEC for the accreditation of voters during the 2023 general elections. The federal government has introduced an annual fee of 1,000 naira to be paid by vehicle owners for proof of ownership certificate (POC) verification. Permanent Secretary, Lagos Ministry of Transportation, Abdul Hafiz Toriola, who made the announcement, said the initiative is in accordance with the National Road Traffic Regulation 2012 as amended. Alhaji Toriola said the certificate will help vehicle owners and the government to guarantee the integrity of all vehicles registered on the National Vehicle and Identification Scheme (NVIS) database and track stolen vehicles. He noted that with the registration, motor vehicle documents could easily be verified regardless of the issuing state, among other benefits. Lagos State will commence collection of the fee for POC from motorists beginning next month. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has warned content creators, movies and skit producers against unauthorized use of its items. EFCC in a tweet said it bemoans activities of content creators, movies and skit producers who use EFCC branded jackets, symbols and insignia without authorization. The Commission also said the use of the EFCC brand in movies without authorization is illegal. The EFCC noted that its Public Affairs Department is adequately equipped to work with motion picture practitioners desirous of partnering the Commission in using films and skits to educate the public, especially the youth, on the dangers of economic and financial crimes. It, however, warned that anyone found acting contrary to the advisory shall be treated as an impersonator and dealt with according to the law. Moving now to the foreign scene, President Joe Biden is kicking off a more than $42 billion plan to give every American household access to high-speed internet by 2030. The funds already allotted by Congress through the bipartisan infrastructure law and overseen by the U.S. Department of Commerce are slated to be dived up over the next 2 years through the Broadband Equity, Access and Deployment Program. The initiative is the next stage of Biden's push to invest in America ahead of his re-election bid. Akintunde Akishimola has more.
Today, Kamala and I are making an equally historic investment to connect everyone in America to high-speed internet by an affordable high-speed internet by 2030.
US President Joe Biden has unveiled plans to spread some $42 billion across the nation's 50 states and territories to create universal access to high-speed broadband internet in the next 7 years.
It's the biggest investment in high-speed internet ever, because for today's economy to work for everyone, internet access is just as important as electricity was, or water, or other basic services.
Funding for the ambitious plans is authorized under a $1 trillion infrastructure law Biden signed in 2021. And the announcement is timed to kick off a tour highlighting the positive effects of Biden's agenda so far as his 2024 re-election bid gears up.
Connecting everyone to America, in America, to affordable, reliable, high-speed internet is a bold goal, but we're a great nation, especially one as vast and geographically diverse as ours. It's even bolder.
The 2024 election will in part be seen as a referendum on Biden's handling of the economy, and he is expected to tout legislative accomplishment on infrastructure, semiconductors, and green energy investment. Biden has seen a record job creation and low unemployment, but elevated inflation and the knock-on effect of higher interest rates have stoked fears of a recession. The broadband plan's biggest beneficiaries in dollars will be Texas and California, receiving $3.1 billion and $1.9 billion respectively. The spending will be based on a newly released Federal Communications Commission coverage map that details gaps in access. The administration estimates there are 8.5 million locations in the U.S. that lack access to broadband connections. Akintunde Akinshemola for Osrc News.
Moving now to France, where protests and unrest have erupted in the Paris region after police shot dead a 17-year-old who failed to stop when ordered to by traffic police. The teenager, named as Nahel, died of bullet wounds in the chest despite help from emergency services. The officer accused of shooting him has been detained on homicide charges. The shooting has triggered a series of protests in Nanterre, the area just west of Paris, where the teenager was killed. Some 31 people were arrested following the disorder. Talking sports now, world record holder of 100 meters hurdle Oluwatobiloba Amusan of Nigeria has improved on her season's best time to 12.47 seconds. She recorded the time at the Osrc Golden Spike in the Czech Republic after coming third in a star-studded low hurdles event. Jasmine Camacho Quinn of Puerto Rico won in a meet record of 12.42 seconds, beating American Tia Jones, who came in second in 12.44 seconds. South African speedster Akani Simbine won 100 meters men in 9.98 seconds, warding off challenge from his closest rivals, European indoor champion Samuele Cesarelli of Italy in 10.15 seconds and Canada's Andre De Grasse in third position. And with that sports story, we conclude news at 7. Thank you so much for your time. Happy holiday.